Hello and welcome back to another stream, guys. Hopefully you guys are all doing very well. Today is the player ratings. What a comeback. Yokohama versus Manchester City yesterday. City getting that big dub 5-3. And, you know, 2-0 down to show that fight back was nice to see. So, yeah, we're going to be discussing it and going through the player ratings for each player. There's a lot of players, so we won't go deep on each player just because I've got a stream at 12 on Saeed's channel and I can't go through every single player like in depth, but we'll just sort of gloss over it. It's only pre-season as well, so it's not that deep. But yeah, I did want to do the player ratings because, you know, that we do normally do player ratings, and even though it's pre-season, I want to get on it. Before we get into it, guys, make sure you drop a like on the stream. I messed up the scheduling of this stream because StreamYard is proper weird. So yeah, I think because of the way I did it, we're not going to get many people in. So make sure you hit the like button, help me out, man, because I did screw it up a little bit. And make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. If you want to help the channel grow, become a YouTube channel member. The link is in the description and pinned comment there as well. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my screen up so I can show you the team as we go through it. I'm not going to go through the stats, again, just for time purposes. Like I say, I do have a stream at 12 on Saeed's channel. So let's go into Stefan Ortega straight away. Let's not mess around. Don't think he could have done anything about either of the goals, to be honest with you. The first one, Akanji kind of messed up a little bit. And the guy was a decent finish, actually. And then the second one, it was a really good finish. And again, you know, fair dues to the striker and the scorer. I don't think Ortega could really have been expected to have saved that. So yeah, I don't really have any issues there. Pretty fine with me. Pretty relaxed about it. Decent. You know, probably made a couple of saves or whatever. I'll probably give him like a 6.5. Can't really give him anything more than that because he did concede 2 goals, even though they weren't really his fault. But yeah, good to see him get 90 minutes. And yeah, obviously he's one of the best backup goalkeepers in the league. It's fantastic to have him. And yeah, on the ball, looked a little bit more confident yesterday, I thought. So yeah, good for him. Kyle Walker played yesterday. Obviously, could that be the last game that he plays before he makes a move to Bayern Munich, if he makes a move to Bayern Munich? Yeah, you know what, actually? How mad was it, guys, to see Kyle Walker get smashed for pace yesterday? Like, there was a number of times that Kyle Walker was going in a one-on-one race with, I don't know who the guy was. I don't know what the guy was called. And he struggled for pace. In fact, I can find out what the guy was called. It was called Elba. And it was like, what's happening here? This is like the first time I've ever seen him get beat for pace. But yeah, his first game is what it is. Again, I'll probably give him a 6. He had nothing to do with the goals. Probably 6.7. You know, I can't really give him less than Ortega when Ortega conceded 2 goals. 6.7 for Kyle Walker. Ain't really got too much issue there. No problems. Let's move on to John Stones then yesterday, who I did think at times looked a little bit tired. Obviously, it was his first game back and he was sprinting into midfield from the centre-back position. A lovely finish for the goal. Great goal that obviously got us back into it. So that was nice. Passing was pretty decent. Yeah, defended well when he needed to. Didn't have anything to do with the 2 goals, not that I can remember. I think that was more a Akanji. We'll come on to that next. And yeah, looked all right. He just looked tired, you know what I mean? Which is to be expected in the first game. But great finish, really nice. And yeah, I'm going to give him a 7.6. I think 7.6, 7.8, something like that. Pretty decent, man. So yeah, fairs. Manuel Akanji, I've got to say, I thought it was poor. I thought two goals there were potentially his fault, to be honest with you. I can't lie. The first one, and then it was well, actually, I don't know. Jack Grealish was also a little bit at fault because it was kind of his man. I don't know. He didn't really like dominate defensively, and he just looks a little bit weak and a bit shit, to be honest with you. So I'm going to give him a 5. Didn't think he was good yesterday, but it is pre-season and that, so it's not that deep. And you know, I'm sure he'll get better as pre-season goes on. That's for sure. Nathan Ake also played yesterday before being subbed off. Yeah, you know, standard sort of Nathan Ake performance. Hit the bar with the header, which was unlucky. That you know, I think maybe like a half an inch, 2 inches lower, and that could have been a goal. Really unlucky. That decent header, well, proper powerful. Few limitations on the ball to be expected from Nathan Ake. Defended all right. And yeah, sort of standard, again, Nathan Ake performance. I'll probably give him 6.9, 7, something like Kyle Walker, ain't that deep. But this man, I want to talk about this guy here, guys. Calvin Phillips yesterday. And where do we think he is on the player ratings? Because a bit of a weird one for Calvin Phillips yesterday. I thought, again, a little bit slow at times, which is to be expected. He's not played proper football in over a year. A few sloppy passes here or there. However, did close the goalkeeper down, which got us the Alvarez goal, which was all Calvin Phillips. Wouldn't score if Calvin Phillips didn't do it. And I've got to say, looked a little bit better than previous games, I think. And a little bit more like there's some hope there that Calvin Phillips can come in and actually, you know, be decent for us. So I'm going to be nice. I'm going to be generous on him. I'm going to give him I'm going to give him a 7.3. A 7.3, I think, is probably where I'd probably give him. Maybe a little bit generous there, but, you know, it's probably one of his best games he's had for us, which isn't hard given the fact he's hardly played for us. But you know what I mean? Like, let's open a new book, let's turn a new page, and let's hope that Calvin Phillips can kick on for me. Me personally, I said it in the watch along, I would have played him for the full 90 minutes personally. I think that I would have got that 90 minutes into him and really made him work and get him off that pitch at the end of the game knackered, because hopefully, you know what I mean, he can build on that. But Pep obviously knows best, the sports scientists know best, the physios know best, and they've obviously given him that half. But yeah, decent performance from Calvin Phillips, I thought. Kovacic made his Manchester City debut yesterday. I've got to say, I was quite impressed. I thought he went into that midfield and looked very sort of at home, very comfortable in that midfield. Looked like he'd been playing in the team for quite some time. And I think with some time, with Pep Guardiola's coaching, I think that we could have a real player on our hands here for 25 million quid, which was the fee. It's just a joke, you know, really, really low price. And yeah, very impressed. I'm very happy with what I seen yesterday. I said it in the watch along, but he didn't really look like he was nervous. You know, I mean, some players come in, we've seen it with Phillips, we've seen it with Grealish, you see it with a lot of players, to be fair. They come in, they're a bit nervous, they're starstruck, they're working for Pep Guardiola, they're with Kevin De Bruyne, Haaland. Kovacic ain't going to be like that, mate. You know what I mean? He played for Real Madrid, he played for Inter Milan, he played for Chelsea. You know what I mean? He plays for Croatia. You're not going to come into Manchester City and be like, oh, fucking hell, Haaland, oh, shit, you know what I mean? Oh, I don't belong here. No, he's not going to do that. He's going to come in and just be like, I'm at home. And I thought he looked decent. You know, he gave the ball away a few times. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It's match day one. You know what I mean? It's not an issue. So for me, I'm going to give him a 7.2. Very happy with that performance and looking forward to it. Cole Palmer played on the right-hand side, as we can see here. To be honest with you, maybe I'm wrong, right? Which, you know, some people think I'm wrong a lot. Some people think I'm not wrong at all. Who knows? I just don't. Every time I watch Cole Palmer for City, I just feel that he's trying too hard. I genuinely believe that someone just needs to go up to him in the coaching staff and be like, yo, when you're going on a pitch, stop trying as hard as you are. Because every time he's getting the ball, he's trying to take players on, he's trying to shoot, he's trying to create assists and that. And I just think he just needs to relax and chill. I think he's trying, in my opinion, he's trying too hard to make an impression. And I think that's where he's going wrong, because I think because he's doing that, I think he's making incorrect decisions. And people are saying he's greedy. He's you know, and that's because he's trying too hard to try and do too much. I think if he just relaxed a little bit, got the ball, passed it inside like Mahrez does, passed it inside like Bernardo does, a little bit more than he does, I think he'd make take-ons and he'd make shots where actually that is the best thing to do. But I just think he makes the wrong decision because he's trying too hard. You know what I mean? I don't believe he's a greedy player. I don't believe inherently Cole Palmer is greedy. I just think he's taking the wrong decisions because he's trying to impress everyone. So I do think that somebody needs to just say to him, relax. You know, you don't have to have a shot every time you get the ball. You don't have to take players on every time you get the ball. Just play how we want you to play. And, you know what I mean? That'll be better for you. And no one seems to have told him that. Or if someone has told him that, he's not listening, because he does it every time. And I do think it's going to hinder his sort of progression at City, because I don't think Pep will like that. He loses the ball too much. So, yeah, not great. I didn't think he was great. I'd probably give him a 6.5. But I do think someone just needs to tell him to chill out. You know what I mean? Because I think he's a great player in there. I believe he can have a future at City, but he's only going to have a future at City if he starts doing the right things and makes the right decisions. And at the moment, I just don't think he is, my opinion. So, yeah, that's where we're at with that one. Let's go over to the other wing, Jackie G&A. Yeah, it looked all right, didn't he? Hold the ball up well. I mean, this is the thing. Cole Palmer had more of the ball than Jack Grealish. And people say, well, Cole Palmer had more shots. He did more stuff than Jack Grealish. But I'm looking at Jack Grealish and saying, yeah, but Jack Grealish did what Pep wants. And Jack Grealish done yesterday what Jack Grealish would do in a Premier League game, which is to sort of chill out. You know what I mean? And I just think that, yeah, I just think that's what Cole Palmer needs to do. But Jack Grealish, I mean, held the ball up quite nicely at times, created a couple of balls into the box, which, you know, on another day a player could have been there. Yeah, I'm just surprised he made it onto the football pitch, you know what I mean, to be honest with you, after his sort of last month of partying. But, yeah, I think it was a bit of a quiet day for Grealish. I'll probably give him, again, 6.5, something like that. James McAtee played yesterday, the first 45 minutes. Now, McAtee was completely different to Cole Palmer. who McAtee didn't get on the ball as much as Cole Palmer, but when he did get on the ball, he was much calmer. They didn't see, I don't know about you guys, let me know in the chat if you think I'm waffling, but when McAtee got the ball yesterday, it didn't look to me like McAtee was like, I need to impress. I need to get on the ball and play through balls every time I get the ball. Every time I get the ball, I need to play the ball through to Alvarez. I need to play the ball through to Cole Palmer behind the... He was just more chilled. He looked more chilled. He looked like he got on the ball, he was passing it, and he was just like keeping the ball, doing what Pep wants him to do. And there didn't seem to be that rush of, I've got to do something. I've got to get on the ball and make something happen. And, you know, the only downside was I didn't think he got on the ball enough. You know what I mean? Now, mate, obviously, he got subbed off at half time. Maybe it could have changed in the second half. But I would say decent performance. You know what I mean? Again, didn't really lose the ball that much. Got into a couple, not nasty, good tackles where he sort of flew in. Couple of nice balls in behind. And I think there's some real promise there. There's some real development work that could be done with Pep Guardiola and the team. And I think that James McAtee has a great chance. So I'd probably give him a 6.9, 6.9, something like that. Yeah, I can't go too high. They only played 45 minutes. But yeah, I think 6.9 is probably a fair deal. And yeah, again, I just think he didn't look like he was rushing yesterday, whereas Palmer did. Haaland and Alvarez, this guy is just like... it's like he's got a battery pack on his back. You know what I mean? He just never stops running. He never stops running. Couple of times when he just ran at the goalkeeper, pressing him, which was nice. Got himself in the box, took the finish, obviously, when Calvin Phillips made that sort of block interception or whatever, and just put it past the goalkeeper. Didn't really get too many chances at goal, but I don't really think that was his fault. I just think we didn't really create too much. But yeah, looked fit, looked like he'd not, you know, done too much on the off season, come back in good condition, healthy, in the right weight, and yeah, got a goal. So I'd probably give him 7.4, yeah, I'd probably give him a 7.4, something like that. Up there with like Johnny Stones and Phillips. Good, decent performance. Let's go into the second half team then. Let me get this up on screen here. So let's start. I'm just going to go through it like this. So if it's not in like proper order, don't at me. Yeah, I'm just going to go through it as it comes through on here. Ruben Diaz. Yeah, I mean, if you're following on Instagram, you know that he's come back to Manchester City in prime condition. He's been in the gym pretty much every single day, which, funny enough, is Pep said, didn't he, in that interview thing, that he doesn't really like Ruben Diaz working out as much as he did, but defended quite well, made a couple of headers, interceptions, and looks ready to go. He looks ready to go for the second half of the season, so I'm looking forward about this one. I'll probably give him a 7.2, 7.1, 7.2, slightly less than the likes of Stonesy and that, but still a decent rating. Joao Cancelo, well, I mean, played really well, didn't he, Cancelo? Again, said it in the review yesterday, said it in the watch-along. It was no surprise that Cancelo would play well yesterday because we was mainly attacking rather than defending. And if that's what happens, Cancelo is absolutely fine. Brilliant ball into the back post for Erling Haaland for the final goal. Really, really nice cross. Some nice plays, some nice skills. And yeah, good play. Nice performance. One of the best performances on the pitch, you'd probably have to say, to be honest with you. But as I said in the review, that's not the problem. That's not the problem with Cancelo. The problem is his attitude and his defensive issues, which didn't get tested yesterday. So I'm going to give him a good score, to be honest. I'm going to give him a 7.3. Again, up there, one of the best players on the pitch. Maybe could get even a little bit higher than that, 7.4, 7.5. But it probably wasn't quite my man of the match, but he was up there. So yeah, for me, really, really good performance from Cancelo. Laporte, I thought Laporte was very good. I thought Laporte was excellent, you know. I've got to say, I can't lie. Here he is there. Defended nice. Some really good passes out from the back. Couple of real nice switch plays out to the right-hand side. Very impressed. I can't lie. I was very impressed with Laporte. Again, not really surprising, though. Everything that he did yesterday was kind of, does it all the time. Like nice passing on the ball. Didn't really have too much defending to do. But yeah, again, if a club's not watched that yesterday and thought we need to make a move for Laporte, then I don't know what these clubs in Europe are doing. I'd probably give him a 7.1. Slightly less than Diaz. But I think he probably deserves to be in the sevens for me, guys. So I'll probably give him a 7.1. I give him a 7.1, Aymeric Laporte. Decent performance. Sergio Gomez played left wing yesterday. Now, of course, he did play on the wing for Spain and got the golden boot. He played on the left wing for us in this game. Can't lie. I thought he did really well. I thought he did. Harley there says Gomez cooked. I thought Gomez cooked, mate. I thought he played really well on that left-hand side. Held the width well. A couple of balls in the box which didn't reach the intended target. But yeah, I thought he played all right, to be honest with you. I thought he did quite well. Didn't do anything good enough to get quite in the sevens for me personally. So I'm going to give him high sixes. I'm going to give him a 6.9. But I thought he played really well. I did. I thought he played well and held the width really well. It's going to be interesting to see what we do with Gomez because, of course, he's not a left back. He can't play left back. We can't play him there. But he slammed it for Spain in the under-21 Euros and got golden boot. He played well yesterday on the left-hand side. Is there the chance that Pep could keep him around as maybe a backup winger? I don't know, to be honest with you. But you can only judge him off what he did yesterday and what he done in the Euros when he played as a winger, and he played well. He did. So I'm going to give him a 6.9 for Sergio Gomez. Rico Lewis came in. To be honest, I don't really remember too much of Rico Lewis. You know what I mean? I remember, obviously, he played in the midfield, really, inverting, did some nice stuff, but don't really remember him doing too much, to be honest with you. I sort of remember Rodri dominating that midfield more than Rico inverting. So, but he did. I don't recall him doing anything bad. So, yeah, I'd probably give him a 6.5. 6.5 for Rico Lewis. And he needs to sign that new contract, man. Where's his contract at, guys? You know what I'm saying? Where's it at? Okay, let's move it on to Rodri. Rodri got the goal yesterday, a brilliant finish. Dominated, didn't he? He was excellent when he come on. Full of energy, full of enthusiasm for the game. Running around. Got a great finish. Just brilliant, isn't it? It's just mint. It's just absolutely sick, guys. I just love him so much, man. He's absolutely clear. I said it in the watch-along yesterday, yeah. I don't think there's a midfielder now in that position that gets close to Rodri. I think he's so much better than everyone else. I remember last year when Casemiro joined United, for the first couple of months, I thought, yeah, Casemiro's not better than Rodri. I always said Rodri was better, but I don't think he's too far behind. You know what I mean? I do think Rodri's the best, and then Casemiro's a bit behind. And the more that you've seen Rodri last year and the more that you've seen Casemiro, the more I just thought they ain't close. And Arsenal fans trying to shoehorn Thomas Partey into the conversation. Like, get out. You know what I mean? He's not even in the same breath as Rodri. I just think he's miles better than anyone. I do. And maybe there'll be a player this year that steps up and gets close to Rodri's game. But at the moment, I don't see anyone close to him. I really, really don't. So, great finish. Great performance. Is he up there with man of the match? Probably. I give him a 7.5, 7.6. I did think he was good. I did think he was really, really good. Bernardo Silva came on yesterday. Bald Bernardo. The guy decided to go bald. Yeah, and you've seen that with Gundogan. When Gundogan went bald, he played really well. David Silva went bald and he went really well. So will we see a mint Bernardo Silva? Did well, actually. I thought he played well. He linked up with Oscar Bobb. Really nice on that right-hand side. Ran around, done the business. Nice. Yeah, decent performance from Bernardo. I'd give him a 7. 7.1, something like that. I'm not going to go crazy on him. I'm not going to go crazy on Bernardo, but I think he played well, and I think a 7 is probably about fair for him. Oscar Bobb, he got a game, and Haaland, I've been waiting for your super chat so I can do it at the same time. But he says, I think Oscar Bobb will be Mahrez's replacement. Well, I thought Oscar Bobb was very, very good. Now, here's the difference. Here's the difference between Oscar Bobb and Cole Palmer yesterday. Cole Palmer in the first half, every time he got the ball, was trying to make things happen. Taking on players, shooting, and it wasn't the right thing. And people saying he's greedy. And yeah, he probably was greedy yesterday. But I don't think he's, like I say, I don't think he's inherently greedy. I just think he's trying to impress. Oscar Bobb yesterday was a lot calmer. Do you know what I mean? I just felt like he was a lot more chill. He was getting the ball, keeping the ball, passing it back when the player on, you know what I mean, holding the width nice. I didn't feel that there was a rush to his game where every time he got the ball, I was like, fuck, I need to take players on. I need to do mad stuff. No, that's not what Pep wants to see. That's not we don't want to see that as fans. We want to score goals, and we know that taking players on every time you get the ball is probably not the way to do that because you're going to lose the ball a lot. So I just felt that Oscar Bobb yesterday was more relaxed and more sort of suited to this sort of Pep Guardiola system than Palmer is. Now, that's not to say that Palmer can't. Palmer can, and I think Palmer will. But Palmer needs to do it right now because, every time he's getting on the pitch at the moment, he's just doing too much. You need to relax. So, decent performance from Oscar Bobb. Looked good. And I'm going to give him... I'm going to give him a... I'm going to give him a 7. I'm going to give him a 7. I just thought I was impressed. I was impressed by Oscar Bobb yesterday and his maturity. I really was. I didn't think he was going to do that. I thought he was going to come on a pitch and just start kind of, again, rushing, but he didn't. He kind of chilled out. Erling Haaland getting 2 goals yesterday. First one, 7 minutes into his first game, and then the second one at the end with a nice tap in. I've got to say, the first goal was exceptional. I thought the first touch, the second touch to get it out of his feet, and then bang, the finish in the bottom corner was excellent. Looked fit, looked ready, looked quick. Just great. He just carried on from where he left off. I think, guys, he looked really, really good. Good run at the end for the tap in, obviously. Tap in, but he had to make the run to get there. I thought he done the Harry Kane thing well a couple of times as well. Do you know, where he dropped into sort of the halfway line, popped the ball off, and then spun the defender and made the runs in behind. Did that quite a lot as well. So, yeah, I thought his passing was decent. Overall, very happy, very good. He's probably going to have to be man of the match. He got 2 goals, and the first goal was very nice. I'm going to give him an 8.3. An 8.3. Very, very nice performance from Erling Haaland. Phil Foden played yesterday in the midfield. Some nice moves, some nice plays. He's got to start hitting the ball with his laces, though, when he's in front of goal. Too many times he goes for the side foot, man, and I don't know why. I don't know why he doesn't just smack it. You know what I mean? I think he needs to start shooting with his laces or passing the ball. But some nice plays, some nice... You know what I like about Foden? He wants to pass the ball behind the defence for Haaland. And remember last season, like the first half of the season, we was talking, weren't we, on streams, like, why does no one pass the ball in behind for Haaland? And Haaland was getting pissed off. Foden wants to do that so much. But he does need to improve his shooting in front of goal when he's one-on-one. Too many times he side foots it. You know what I mean? Just blast it with your laces, lad. But I thought it was decent. Nice performance. And I'll give him a 7.1. 7.1. I'm going to give him. Nice performance. And Maximo Perrone coming on for the final 15 minutes. Didn't really do too much, did he, to be honest with you? I thought he came on at a time where we were just... We'd already gone home, to be honest with you. You know, we packed our bags and we left this stadium. So, yeah, it's kind of difficult to say. I had to give him a 6, you know what I mean? It was difficult. It was difficult. But look, very happy with the performance yesterday. Very happy with the levels. I thought the first 20 minutes of both the first half and the second half, the respective teams played with real intent, real intensity, which is great for fitness levels. We've seen some promising signs from the likes of Calvin Phillips, Sergio Gomez. Who else do we see some promising signs from? Kovacic. Not part of the game, but we've heard that Kevin De Bruyne is only 2 weeks away from playing, which is great news for him. Oscar Bobb, real nice. McAtee, real nice. Foden in the 8 was real nice. So, yeah, some real promising signs. Real promising signs. Stones looks like he's left off where he... carried on from where he left off. Haaland, the same. Diaz looks a monster. Looking good, man. Looking very, very good. I'm actually buzzing. I'm very, very happy. I am very, very happy. More than you can believe, honestly. More than you can believe. So we've got another game on Sunday. No, on Wednesday. We've got another game on Wednesday. So 2 more sleeps. And then we play Bayern Munich. I think it is. Bayern Munich we play on Wednesday, which I'm looking forward to. We've got to watch along for that. I'm going to go live later on this afternoon to talk about the Elise stuff. I've not got time to do it right now. So I'm going to talk about Elise in a couple of hours' time. I've got a stream now on Saeed's channel. So if you fancy coming over, listening to it's me, Sava, Saeed, and Dan Potts talking about whatever Saeed wants to talk about. So come over there. My personal channel as well. You guys are supporting it like crazy. I super appreciate everyone's support for my personal channel. If you've not already followed my personal channel, go and subscribe to it, man. I'm trying to get close to 4K subscribers now, guys. So if anyone can help by supporting me and subscribing to the personal channel, I will link it there in the chat. Go check it out. Subscribe to the personal. Come over to Saeed TV. I'll end it now, and you should be able to redirect there. But go subscribe to the personal. I'll catch you later on for the Elise chat. And yeah, I'll catch you later. See you in a bit, guys.